Good morning. Good morning. Good Friday morning. You made it all the way to Friday. So I'd like to welcome you this morning as we prepare to come on into a power practice today. And we're going to be working on some strengthening, some flexibility, as well as incorporating a little bit of fun balance too. So as we progress through the practice today, do be sure to listen to your own body, modify wherever you need to. I'll try to give you some options along the way so that you can do that. And before we do begin the practice, just giving the opportunity for a few more people to join us, we continue on with 31 days of Zen. So we are the last day of our yoga week. So we've alternated throughout the month, 1 week yoga, 1 week Pilates, 1 week yoga. And next week, it's all about Pilates. Once again, we go back to that. And this weekend coming up, we've got good morning, Miriam, welcome. Lovely to see you. I was pretty trusting that you were going to be coming for a power this Friday morning. So I'm happy you're here. So yeah, Chinese body organ clock on Saturday. On Sunday, I have YouTube's Sweetheart, Move with Jen. So I'll be doing an interview with her about what it's like to be a yogi, what it's like to be a yogi on YouTube, and more about her journey. Then on Monday, we'll start off with a live practice. Monday and Friday, just like the other weeks of the month, we've got live practice 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In between that, I'll have a video. Someone asked me the question on last week's Pilates about the different types of props that we're using and how to use them. So I'll be demonstrating some of that. I'll also be demonstrating some of the more fun kind of trick sort of Pilates moves and exercises in a video as well. We can even sprinkle those into some of the live practices throughout the week. And then we'll be finishing up the week with our Chinese body clock, and the following Sunday, Miriam will be on with me. She has been a dedicated yogi as a student and practitioner of the discipline. So we'll find out what it's like to be on the mat and to grow through that journey. She recently was able to get her headstand in less than 21 days. 21 days was kind of the target time frame, but she made it before that. So we'll find out all about that. So that should be a lot of fun. And then I will finish up 31 days of Zen on day 31 with Yoga Lattes, which is a mix of yoga and Pilates. So with that, do be sure to follow me on Instagram as well. Lots of inspiration over there. And we'll get started this morning. So if you have some yoga blocks that you have access to, by all means, go ahead, pull those out. You might want to have a blanket as well, and that can be handy for some extra padding as we go through. But we will start off coming into standing. So we start in mountain pose, as we have focused a lot on standing poses this week. So again, be sure to listen to your own body, pacing yourself as feels appropriate to you and your body. But as we stand nice and tall and come into alignment, take a moment to center and prepare yourself by allowing your awareness, your intention to move inward and present on the mat. Now, as you soften and tap into your breath, feel yourself nicely stacking and aligning all of the joints. Good morning, Paul. Birthday week for you, Paul. You've got one more day to the big day. So I hope you're having a good, Saturday. I hope you're having a good birthday week. And Eris, welcome to you as well. Lovely to have you here. So setting an intention as we ground through the soles of the feet. It's all about power this morning. So as you set that intention, make sure that it serves you And let's inhale as we sweep the arms up and look up. Exhale and just let the arms float back down. And we'll just stretch this way a few times. And good, I'm glad to hear you're having a great birthday week. It's so beautiful here in Ontario. So it is wonderful. Great week to have a birthday. As we bring the palms together, looking up to the hands, let's sweep the arms out to the sides as we come into our forward fold. So we open up the back of the body, inhaling with a beautiful long flat back, navel drawn to spine, exhaling to fold and maybe getting a little bit deeper. Or just letting yourself soften up and allowing hands to come to opposite elbows and creating some decompression, a little bit of swaying here from side to side. And maybe a little bit of shifting of your weight forward and back. That's always nice for getting the feet warmed up, as well as lots of emphasis on the backs of the legs. As we release the arms, soften the knees, and slowly unroll as we come up to standing nice and tall, rolling those shoulders down and well away from the ears. Let's take a big breath in, and we're moving through some sun salutations now to get the body warm. So Surya Namaskar 1, as we place the hands down, you can start stepping back with your right foot. So taking it a little easier to start things off, bringing left foot back, and either from your toes or knees, we move down to Chaturanga, scooping through. You can come all the way to the floor for the first one and really take your time to open up the body more. So we want to let the pelvis be heavy here, and then take it back to your downward facing dog. As we look to the space between the hands, let's walk this first one to the hands. You can continue to apply that walk, or you can do a little hop as we move along. Now, as we take the next inhale, come on, tall, bring the palms together into your back bend. Exhale, hands to the heart. Continuing on, linking the movement to your breathing, because that's what power and flow is all about, is to really be cognizant of your breath. Left one goes back this time if you're doing one at a time, planting the hands down, stepping back right foot, and lowering down. Once again, Chaturanga, opening up and taking it back, downward facing dog. In your downward dog, you can take a little bit more time perhaps to really open things up. So if I'm going a little faster, a little slower, that's okay. You find the pace that works for you. Inhale with the flat back, exhale to fold. Reverse it as you scoop through a little back bend, hands land at the heart. Continuing on with your next inhale. And exhale, dive down, emptying out all the breath. Inhale, flat back, walk it back or hop it back to your plank. Lower to Chaturanga, scoop it through, take it back, downward facing dog. And as you spread those shoulder blades wide open, you can give the heart a little bit more of a press toward your thighs. So think about your collarbones as smiling. So you want to have them nice and wide open. Inhale with a flat back here. Exhale to fold. Reverse swan dive as you scoop those hands together, bring hands to the heart. Continuing on, we've got two more of Surya Namaskar. 1 or A. Inhale, flatten the back. Exhale, take it back for number 4. Lower to Chaturanga. Scoop it through. Take it back. Downward dog. Walking or hopping to bring those feet to the top of the mat. Flatten and then squeeze the breath out. Inhale, fill up with oxygen. Exhale to land hands at your heart. Continuing on as you reach and gracefully open up the heart as you take your bow. Inhale, come on up halfway. And last one of sun salutation A. And take it back. Bring feet to the top of the mat as we inhale. Exhale. And inhale once again as you take the hands up. Little back bend. Exhaling, hands to the heart. So from here, we continue on with 5 more sun salutations. Only this time we're making them Sun Salutation B or Surya Namaskar B. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bring the hands to the heart and sink into chair pose. Reach as you inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flatten the back and walk or hop those feet back. Lower. Inhale it up. Exhale. Take it back. Feet meet the hands. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Reverse it. Reach up wide and let the hands land to the heart. And from here, retake it back up again. Inhale. Exhale, sink. Inhale, reach. Keep those arms strong by the ears. And inhaling here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. And legs go back, feet go back. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Inhale with a flat back. Exhale, fold. And reverse it. Hands land to the heart once again. So number 3, JMJ's workouts. Welcome, staying active. Awesome, that's what we're doing this morning. Reach it long, inhale, exhale and fold. Inhale, flatten the back, plant those hands and take it back. Lower to chaturanga, scoop it up, take it back. That's number 3. We've got 2 more of Sun Salutation B's. Take it up, inhale, exhale, hands land at the heart. So we just continue to flow and bring those movements to link with your breathing. So remember, it's about following your breath, and that is your guide. So if you need to modify, go right ahead and do that, making it suit you, your body, your pace. Your breath is always the way to guide your practice. So last one here, inhale, reach it up, exhale, sink, inhale, strong arms, exhale, fold, flatten the back as you breathe in, take those feet back, once again, lower it down, scoop it through, and take it back, downward facing dog, feet go back to the top of the mat, inhale, exhale, fold, reverse it, and bring those hands to the heart center. So that's our 10 sun salutations between A and B. And really, it just gets the blood flowing and gets us ready for our practice. So it's really about connecting breath movement in those. There's 108 of them when we come to the changing of the seasons. So this is a really good way to practice and to gradually build up stamina and strength. So from here, let's inhale, reaching up with that back bend. Interlace your fingers here for steeple hands. So the pointer fingers are reaching up. Lean into the right as you push your hips to the left. Look up, pass that left elbow so you get that little sense of turning your rib cage. Inhale back to the center. Exhale over to the left side. Hips go to the right, looking up. Right elbow, and just kind of checking in. Now that we've got the blood flowing, limited edition beings, welcome joining us this morning for our power yoga practice. So we've just finished our sun salutations to get the blood flowing and take it up to the center. And now we're just stretching things in and out. And inhale while you're back here. Exhale, dive it down. Inhale, come on up to a nice flattened back. And as we exhale again, sink the hips nice and low. Bring those arms right alongside the ears and really start to sink. Now we're playing, now that we're nice and warm, we're playing around with the strength in the legs and in the core. So you want to feel like you're tucking your tailbone here as you maintain length from the tailbone out through the fingertips. As you bring the hands to the heart, sinking maybe a little bit lower. And from here, we bring the left elbow outside of the right knee. So as you plant that arm either alongside of the knee, the thigh. You want to make sure that this left one's not popping forward, and you want to sink the hips. Maybe from here, you can open up the arms, looking up to that top hand. Good rotation in the trunk. Unwind, come on, back center. Breathe in here, breathe out. Bring the right elbow outside the left leg, and the same thing. You're pressing those palms together, and you're trying to line them up with your sternum. From here, make sure your right knee is staying back. Don't let it creep forward. Look up, breathe in, and bring that back to center. Inhale, exhale, and fold. Whew, so feel that blood in those thighs really flooding in there into that muscle tissue. Give yourself a nice big hug. Maybe give the head a little turn side to side, shaking a yes, no. And as you bring hands to shins, once again, flatten your back. And from here, plant the hands as you step back with the right foot. So from here, we want to sink the hips nice and low, creating lots of warmth in the legs, in the core as you reach through the fingertips here. And as you continue to extend, bringing your right hand under the shoulder to come into a nice easy twist, looking up to that top hand, stacking your hands, your wrists. And as you continue to extend up, we pivot on the outside edge of the right foot, and the left one to kind of sink the hips a little bit here, giving them the IT band, a really good stretch. Pick up the hips again, and as you hold that, press into the right hand, stack the left one on top of your right, lifting the hips nice and high. Take your top arm, bring it by the ear. Beautiful long line through your left side body. Circle it all the way through to come into your high plank. And from here, maybe you put the toes of your left foot on top of your right heel, just to get used to a three-limb plank. And then from there, we lower to Chaturanga, pausing here, and then scooping through. Unfold the feet, stretch them out, and take it back, downward, facing dog. Open up those hands. Nice and big handprints here. Give the head a little turn, side to side. Lift up on your heel, or on the balls of your feet, so the heels come away from the floor, just as if you had stilettos on. And then pivot to bring your heels to the right. Send your hips to the right. Look under the left arm. Walk your left fingertips away as you keep looking underneath your left arm. Oh, beautiful long stretch in that left body. Let's bring that hand back in. Do it on the other side. So lift up on the balls of your feet, pivot, bring your heels to the left, look underneath your left arm, walk your right fingertips toward the top right corner. Keep sending your hips back, so don't let them creep forward. And then bring it back, center. Look toward the top of the mat as you float your feet there, inhaling halfway up. Exhaling to fold. Reverse swan dive. Open it up. Exhale, land those hands to your heart center. Breathe in. Let's keep going as we exhale and swan dive it down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, sink the hips and bring those arms right alongside the ears as you keep sinking the hips nice and low here. Reaching through those fingertips. From here, bring the hands to the heart, keeping the legs really bent. You want to try to kind of play around to get maybe a little bit lower, but make sure that your chest stays as lifted as possible. And then take your right elbow once again outside of your left leg. Reach it up, look up to that top hand as you gaze here. Bring the weight into your right foot. See if you can bring your left heel toward your bottom as you hold and balance here. As you bring that foot back down again, bring the palms together, come back center, still sinking nice and low. Lengthen, take your right elbow outside your left leg. Press those legs together, or not the legs, sorry, the palms. Open up the arms again, look up As you continue to do that, once again, can you bring your right heel towards your right glute, playing around with balance. One side, usually a little easier than the other, and bring it back and unwind. Let yourself fold here, sending those hips way up and bringing hands, arms around the backs of the leg. Give yourself a nice little squeeze, a little recovery. When you're ready, inhale back to your flat tabletop back. Bring the hands down. Step back with your left foot this time. As you bring the hips nice and low, we want to open that up once again. We're really reaching back, keeping that leg strong and crown reaching forward. Taking your right hand under, or sorry, your left hand, so opposite side under the shoulder, reach up with your right arm. Reach and look up to that hand. And as you pivot on the outside of your left foot and outside of your right foot, you sink your hips here, opening up that IT band. As you stay on the outside of your left foot, stack your right one, or you could scissor them if you prefer that. Reaching the hips up, nice and high, stabilizing, balancing, and reaching through those fingertips. Breathe in, breathe out, bringing the hands under shoulders, low. Let's try our 3-limb plank on the sides before we go down. So you can park your toes on the back of your heel, lower to Chaturanga. Inhale, outward facing dog. And breathe here. Really let your pelvis feel heavy. And as you bring the knees down, push back and take a little child's pose here as a place to check in once again. Hey, yo, good morning. Good morning. Lovely to see you joining us all here. As you push back, spread the shoulder blades apart, maybe give the head a little turn side to side. And as you slowly unroll yourself, tuck the toes under, come on back to your downward dog. And this time we reach the right leg back and we bend. We open that up, really allowing the gravity to pull and open the leg more. Look under the arm. Give yourself that little wee wave as you wiggle the toes. And then as you square it up, bring the knee into the chest. So give it a good squeeze here as you pull that thigh in, nice and close. And then reach it back again. Reach way back. Bend the knee. Squeeze it in towards your chest as you move forward. So it's a nice rolling through. Do one more like that. Bring it back in again. Hold and squeeze. And then step to bring that foot to your mat. From here, we bring the back knee to the floor. We reach up, inhale. Lengthen. Open up. Remember, those collarbones are smiling as you open them up nice and wide. It helps you to get more oxygen in. Press into that front foot. And from here, let's bring the hands down. Push through that front leg, straightening it. Lifting the toes. Keep moving yourself back and lifting up. So maybe you balance on the ball of that back foot. Or maybe you're able to actually get the heel on the floor as you reach for your ankle. Now you could have a strap here. You could reach for your ankle or your foot and see, let's try the big toe. So peace fingers wrapped around the big toe. Lift up that leg, squeeze your thighs together as maybe you're able to get both hands wrapping around your foot, holding here for kind of a pistol squat. See if you can get a little bit more lift through the chest, and then release it back down again. Let's take that back. 3-legged dog, moving forward to 3-limb plank, or you can park your foot once again on the back of the heel, lower, inhale, take it up, exhale, take it back. Nicely done. That was fun. Spread the hands, nice and big here. Imagine that you are wagging your tail as you shift your hips side to side. You can bend and straighten alternate legs and lifting up your left leg. Reach it up and back. Oh, big stretch here.
It'll give you a really big stretch to the back of your right leg as well. Point that knee up. Let your foot reach down. Give yourself a little wave. Point the knee to the sky. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, squeeze it in, knee to chest. Take it back again. Reach, reach, reach. Bend that knee. Really stretching into that quad, hip flexor. Squeeze as you move forward. Strengthening the core. Strengthening the hands, the arms, the upper body. So it's a total body workout. Step that foot to the top of the mat. Sink the hips nice and low. Bring that knee to the floor. Inhale. Reach it up. Palms face each other. Slide the shoulder blades down your back. Continue to lift upward. Smile. As you bring the hands down to the mat, we push the hips back once again, and we start to lift the toes up to get a good stretch in the back of that leg. Really opening up the hamstrings now and moving back as far as you can. Maybe you can actually bring the heel down. If not, you can use a blanket and slide it underneath your heel. Once again, reaching for your foot, your ankle, whatever you can handle. And I've got a yogi lock here around my big toe. From here, squeezing those inner thighs, trying to get that other hand to hang onto the foot as I balance here, lifting my heart, trying to lift my gaze as well, so I'm not collapsing completely over the leg. Take one more breath here, and then release it, place it down, bring the hands forward, reach it back, three-legged dog to three-limb plank. Inhaling here. Exhale, lower all the way down to your mat. Taking a moment here to just bring the tip of your nose to the mat. And as we take an inhale, lengthen and lift. Reaching those fingertips back, reaching through the tippy toes, and bring it back down again. Take a moment here to reset. So we want to make sure we decompress that lower back as much as possible. Take an inhale. Lifting on your inhale, so it's a really nice full breath. In, reach, 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 and bring it down. Exhale. Let's do one more like that. So preparing ourselves, so getting your body in alignment, activating through the Mula Bandha, the Uddiyana Bandha. As you slide your shoulder blades down your back, reach through the fingertips, reach through the tips of your toes. Inhale. Lifting up, opening up. Remember, those collarbones are smiling. And then bring it down. Bring the hands outside of the chest. Elbows tuck in, lifting it up and pushing it back. Nice, easy child's pose here. Pausing just momentarily. To every time you take a pause, and you can take them as often as you like, but every time recall the intention that you set at the beginning, and just taking the opportunity to regroup and reset, focus once again on that intention, so that whatever tries to distract you, you are continuously coming back to what drew you to the mat today. As you tuck the toes under, reach forward, coming back to your downward facing dog. We lift on the balls of both feet once again. Really, really sending those hips high. And as we move forward, taking it to a high plank. So we just want to get a sense of really flowing through, keeping the navel lifted to the spine. So let's do a couple more like that. So think about articulating through the spine as you find your high plank. Fire up your legs. So it's not just about the core. So you don't want to be strong through the core and then kind of limp and loosey through the knees. You want to fire it all up. Even if you're doing it from your knees, you want to feel those inner thighs activated, drawing and kind of rolling outward as you fire up the legs. Now from here, let's take it back into our downward dog. Let's reach the right leg up and back. Bend the knee to open that up again. Big, big stretch here. Maybe you find that you are opening up a little further. And from here, let's bring the knee towards your right elbow. First squeeze here, and then take it back, reaching through your three-legged dog. Squeeze into that right elbow again. Tuck it in and hold it. And then take it back. Reach it up. Inhale, lots of length. Exhale, compress as you squeeze in and fire everything up. One more time. Take an inhale, reach it back. Level your shoulders, level your hips. Exhale, squeeze it as you tuck that elbow in. Bring it in. Step the foot to the top of your mat and bring your back heel down to the floor. Animal Art by Terracotta. Welcome to you. Lovely to have you join us this morning for our Friday morning power class. So as you really focus on what's going on with that combo, strength, flexibility, you are keeping your body stacked over the hip. Press that back heel down. Try to bend that front knee. Can you sneak your front foot maybe a little further forward and bring your left hip a little further forward? And as you bring the arms back, interlace the fingers, press the heart open, and let's take a bow into our humble warrior. So letting the arms pull to draw you more and more open as you pull your right hip in. So don't let it kind of stick way out to the right. We want to draw, feel as if you're bringing your inner thighs toward each other. And as you bring it back, warrior one, let's take the right arm, bring it along the inside of that right foot, planting it firmly here, pressing your right arm into your right leg. So you really get a good opening. And as you take the arm right alongside the ear, hold it there. Take that right foot, slide it out under the left one to come back to your side plank. Reach through those fingertips. Lift the hips a little higher. Let's add some pulses here for 10, 9, 8, 7. Reach through those fingers. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't go anywhere yet. Let's see if we can lift that top leg and hold it here. Kind of like a starfish kind of position as you reach and extend. From here, let's pivot. Take it to our high plank. Inhale, exhale, hold it there. Press it back up again. Nice. Let's do it again. Take an inhale up here. Exhale, lower down, just hover. Hold it there and press it back up. Let's do one more, just like that. Breathe in and breathe out. Hold it there. Yeah. Breathe in, take it up. And breathe out, lower down, scoop that through to open up. Take it back. Downward facing dog. Nicely done. Using your downward dog as your recovery always, but if it doesn't feel like so much of a recovery, always give yourself permission to go into your child's pose as an option. Even if you decided to pack it in and go into Shavasana for a while, that's okay. It's all good. It's your practice. So from here, as we regroup in our downward dog, let's take the left leg up and back. Level your hips, level your shoulders. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, squeeze elbow towards your knee. And take it back again. Inhale. Exhale. Same thing. Squeeze it in. Let's do it again. Reach it back. Level everything out. Make sure you keep those collarbones open. Take that knee toward the elbow. Squeeze and hold. And then scoop it in. Step it forward. And from here, we bring the back heel down. So again, remember the spacing between your front foot and your back foot is really going to help you. I know I'm sweating too, Miriam. It is hot in here today, and I am so loving air conditioning. It is amazing. It feels so good. I even have a fan going here, so maybe a little cheating, but I knew what I was in for. As you interlace the fingers, and you did too, because I told you
It's going to be power, strength. Take your humble warrior here as you bring the arms up and over. And remember this hip. You don't want it out here. You want to keep it in as you let that upper body enjoy a really nice big stretch. Sending the hips back, but drawing the inner thighs toward each other. As you release it, come on back. Warrior one. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, taking your left hand along the inside of your left foot and looking up from here. Take that top arm, bring it by your ear. Reach, 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 nice and long. Keep that top shoulder open. And from here, let's take that front foot, slide it back, stack your feet, lift the hips high, keeping that arm reaching forward. Let's add our pulses here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift it high. Reach and lift that top leg if you can. Remember, we're creating a starfish. And bring it down. Pivot it. Take an inhale. At the top, exhale. Lower and hold. And press it back up again. Inhale. Exhale. Come down. Hold. And press it back up. Can you squeeze out one more? Inhale. Exhale. Lower. Hold it. Oh, press it up. Take an inhale. Lower all the way down. Whew, nicely done. From here, come on up onto your forearms. We're coming into a Sphinx of sort here. And modify it a little bit as you bring your elbows underneath your shoulders, spreading your forearms forward and spreading your fingers apart as well, keeping the heart lifted. So let's take a breath in. And as you breathe out, pry yourself up into a seal. Nice. Come on back down again to your forearms. And let's see if we can bring the right heel in and reach for the right foot perhaps. Try not to twist so much that as you press into your left hand, you're able to continue to pull that foot in towards you, lifting up. And then release it. Bring yourself back to your Sphinx. Good. I'm glad you like that, Theo. I appreciate your kind words of encouragement always. Always welcome. From here, let's do the other side. So we are going to bring that left foot in, and we're going to continue to reach back if you can. If not, just bend the leg and hold it there. You're still going to get an awesome stretch. Press into your right hand. So you really want to have that body square. Maybe you're able to bend and bring it in more towards you. Awesome, awesome. Hip flexor stretch here, quad stretch. Tuck the tailbone a little bit to decompress that lower back and lengthen the front of the body, and then release it. Bring yourself back to Sphinx. Take an inhale, exhale, roll it down. Bringing the ear to the mat, bring the arms at your sides, and take a recovery here. Just taking a few moments to just let the spine come back into alignment. Nice and easy. As you bring the hands to the top of the mat, you can even rest your ear on those hands. Take your right knee out to the side, just for a little bit of back release here into a half frog. Let's switch it around and bring the other ear to the stacked hand, other knee to the side, and release here. And then take it back. Bringing the tip of your nose to your mat. Bring the hands, arms at your sides. Bending the knees. Crossing your right ankle underneath your left one. Reach for your right foot with your left hand. Left foot with the right hand. And from here, lifting up into a really nice bow pose, lifting those feet high, again, opening up the chest, looking forward, slightly upward, and release it. From here, release everything, bring right ear to the mat, and we've got one more to go. And then we take a nice child's pose or rabbit pose. So as you bring the tip of the nose to the floor once again, taking your left ankle over top of the right one this time. So it should be the opposite one crossed on top. And as you hold on here, lifting up as we come back to our bow. Lift, lift, lift. Open up the chest. Reach through those feet. And take it back to your mat. Bring the hands outside the ribs. Tuck the elbows. Scoop the heart upward. And articulate through your spine slowly here. Really pull your navel in. Start to round your back, getting your hips over your knees. Keep scooping that belly, a really nice deep scoop, reaching the arms alongside the legs, maybe taking hands to heels as we tuck the toes, bring forehead toward the knees, or just come into a classical child's pose, whichever resonates the best with you and your body. Breathe into that back. And then slowly release to come all the way up, rolling the shoulders up, down, and away from the ears. So moving on here, sitting on the heels if that is comfortable for you to do so. Otherwise, you could stay up kneeling higher or sit on a block. From here, open up your arms nice and wide. You stretch across the chest, bring the hands behind the back to interlace as we did in our yoga humble warrior. Reach the arms up as you lift the heart up. Take a big breath and stay here, or place the crown of your head onto the mat and lifting the hips as you allow those arms to pull and draw closer and closer to your mat. Big stretch, big lift of the spine toward the ceiling. And then as you release the arms, slowly unroll once again to stack and align your spine over your hips. Take an inhale, reach up, look up, exhale, bringing the hands down, tuck the thumbs under, take it back to your downward facing dog. From here, reaching your right leg way up and back, bending your knee as you open up that hip. Draw a few little circles here, one direction, the other direction. And as you square up the hips, reach it back, tuck the knee in towards your chest and bring it across to your opposite elbow. A little tuck and hold here. And then reach it back again, taking a big inhale. Lots of length, beautiful space that you're creating. Tuck it in, take it over across again. Little tuck, little hold, and unwind as you reach it back. Inhale and exhale. Squeeze it back in again. Hold it here. And as you bring that right foot forward, staying into your high lunge as you make your way up, bring the arms up. And as you align your head right over top of your hips and ears over your shoulders, maintain that as you open into a twist. So bringing your right arm back, keeping a good bend in that front leg, and unwind, open it up to your high lunge, crescent lunge, and twisting to the left side. So it's an open twist on this side, making it a little bit easier. And from here, bring that back heel to the mat, stretch that front leg straight, reach it up, bring the front hand down, and lift the top arm up. From here, we're going to take that top arm, wrap it around the lower back. So see if you can really open up your chest here. Now you could have the hand up here, you could have it on your thigh, you could have it on a block. As I mentioned earlier, it's always good to have those around, just in case you want to modify. From here, you can bend the front knee. Let's have a little fun here. If you can't reach your hand through a bind, you could always just hold on to your shirt, your pants, whatever you can grab. But from here, I'm going to press firmly in my front foot to bring the back one to meet it. As I keep holding on, maintaining the bind in my hands, I'm going to transfer my weight to my right foot and bring myself up into a balanced bird of paradise. So I try to stack and align my body here and possibly extend my right leg long as well. Trying to stay tall though. So it's a real little give and take as I find my alignment and balance. To open up the chest, stay tall, stay strong, and then bend and slowly, with control, bring that back down. And I'm going to take another big step with that original back foot. Left foot goes back. From here, release that bind. Reach up again. And as I bring both hands to the inside of my right foot, I pivot to come into a low lunge here. So continuing to reach, keeping everything nice and squared. Now, if I want a little break, by all means, I bring that back knee to the floor. But if you want to stay very powerful and strong, keep that back knee lifted and see if you can slide your shoulder behind the knee. Hopefully you can see that. Got my shoulder behind the knee. I'm going to open up. Maybe I'll just turn a little bit here so you can see more what I'm doing as I bring my arm through. And try to get my shoulder right behind that leg, reaching both arms and maybe bringing the hands across the lower back to once again take myself to a bind here as I hold that balance. Oops, or not. From here, let it go. Take it back. Downward facing dog. Let's inhale to a plank, massaging up the body. Exhale, lower. Inhale, scoop it up and take it back. Downward facing dog. Where is the time going this morning? It's flying by. So take a moment, spread those fingers wide apart. So we've got time for the other side. So from here, you are going to lift your left leg up, nice and high. Three-legged dog. Get comfortable with it. Adjust yourself. And from here, as you bring the knee in, scoop it towards your belly, your chest, and take it across towards your other elbow, right elbow, and bring it back again. Inhaling it up and exhaling it, squeeze and bring it across for 2. We do one more and squeeze it across, hold, square up the hips, step that foot to the top of your mat. So we move back into our high lunge, stacking the arms and the rest of the body aligns, opening things up. Breathing, smiling. Don't forget to smile. Yoga is always supposed to be fun, so don't take it too seriously. You just want to listen to your body. Now keep that back leg strong in the front one as you open up into that closed twist lunge, looking back as you look towards your back hand and hold it there. Then come on back, stack the arms again, open up to your twist on the opposite side. Keep that front knee from collapsing as well. Keep that back leg nice and strong and straight. From here, we bring the heel down, straighten the front leg. Reach, 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 reach through your Trikonasana. Bring the front hand down. Back arm goes up. Find your alignment and take it across the lower back. Look up. Just really take the time to breathe and to enjoy each and every one of these stretches. From here, you can bend the front leg as you reach through, trying to bind here as you look up. As you hold your bind, remember, press into that front foot to try and take one big step to the top of the mat. So still binding here. If you can't bind, a yoga strap, a belt, a scarf, holding onto your shirt, anything will do. Bring the weight into your right foot as you come up onto the tippy toes of the left one. Slow to find your alignment. So there's no rush. You can take your time to get nice and tall here, nice and open, and perhaps experimenting to straighten the leg, to open up in that beautiful
bird of paradise. As you slowly bend, take your time to bring the foot back. Let's take another big step back as we release to our side angle. Circle the arm in to replace it to your mat. So from here, we open up that front foot so that we can find more space here to accommodate. Again, remember, if you need to take a break, that back knee can totally come to the floor. Otherwise, you're keeping it lifted. Your hips are low, so you don't want your hips up here, which is what I often see. It's about challenging the core here, challenging power. You're better to do this and keep the hips low than to have yourself in that position. So we want to have a good bend in that knee. And as you sink the hip, reaching both arms. So you're trying to balance here, front foot, back foot. Maybe again, you come back to your bind. As you hold, sinking nice and low, relax the jaw, relax the face, breathe, and then release the hands, and take it back to your high plank. That was a little smoother on my part this time. Inhale, exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, and take it back to your downward facing dog. Awesome. From here, let's lift up on the balls of both feet as we send the feet to the top of the mat. Inhaling with a flat back. Exhale to fold. Wrap the arms around the backs of the legs. Once again, give yourself a big hug, big squeeze. Forward folds, they're always about getting the body an opportunity to reset and to calm your nervous system. From here, let's inhale to flatten the back. Exhale, scoop those peace fingers around your big toes. Get nice and low in your hips so your bottom is hovering above the mat. As you drop down, come on up to your boat as you hold on to the big toes. So if you want a little extra core challenge here, let's open up those legs wide. Open them up, hold them here. Let go of the feet. Hold it there, nice and wide. Wrap those peace fingers once again around the feet. And from here, we bring the legs back together. Continue to hold your boat. Let go of the feet here. Bring palms together, steeple hands, and work in those obliques as you reach across. Bring it back to the middle. Inhale. Exhale, reach it across to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, slow with control, lower those legs down and take it to a forward fold. Lots of softness and heaviness as the body continues to fold over the legs. Again, it's that forward fold, that soothing, calming to the nervous system. We got quite a bit of back bending in today, as well as our forward fold. We're not quite done with the back bending. It's always good to kind of touch on bringing that spine back into balance. We're going to finish with some twists as well. So from here, let's slowly restack, rebalance, scoop. A nice deep belly scoop here as you reach the arms forward, tuck the chin in, and slowly bring yourself into alignment. Bring the feet in, scoop them in, a little bit of a back massage here. And as we bring the feet on the mat. So here we're going to come, you've got the option, you can come into your bridge by keeping your shoulders, your head on the floor. Feet are inner hip width distance apart. And you could just hold that bridge, or actually let's do one together. And then we've got the option of coming into wheel. So let's start off in bridge. So you want to make sure that the center back of your head is grounded. Your spine is beautifully aligned. Hands are outside the hips, palms down. Walk the shoulder blades toward each other. Take an inhale to lengthen the tailbone and peel it off your mat to align your body. So you've got a nice long line from collarbones to knees. Lifting through those hips. You'll feel some activation in the glutes here to lift up. And enjoy that stretch. You can stay here, or you can bring the hands just outside of your shoulders, ears, and press to come up into your wheel. So you decide which one feels better, but we want to take a few breaths here. Smooth inhale and exhale. Kind of playing around with the stance here a little bit, the width of the stance, the length of the arms, length of the legs. Then as you make your way out, you're going to gently bring the head down, tuck your chin in as you bring the center back, the head back to your mat. Bring your knees into the chest. Give yourself that lovely squeeze and back massage. As I rebalance the spine here, I'm going to place my right foot on the mat, cross my left leg on top, opening up the arms wide, sending the hips over to the left, letting my knees fall to the right, and just continuing to let those legs weigh heavily toward the floor. So it seemed that the time went by so quickly today, and as I move on, due to some of these live practices, which I'm really enjoying, I hope you are as well, and I think maybe we should explore perhaps 75, even 90 minutes for practice. I know it's a big block of time, but there's so much to do in a practice. In a traditional practice, an Ashtanga practice is 90 minutes in length. So as I bring my hips back in alignment here, I've got my left foot grounded, my right leg crosses over, hips go to the right as my knees fall to the left. And once again, I'm nice and open through that right side. I can take my gaze toward my right hand and continue to just breathe easy. Let the legs feel soft and heavy. So yeah, let me know what you think. It would not be in the month of May because everything's pretty much set as far as scheduling now. But moving forward, I haven't quite decided yet what I'm going to be doing for lives in months to come. I'm really enjoying having these live classes. I'm thinking of maybe doing one a week, perhaps one video, one live class per week. Or maybe just one live class. I'm not 100% sure yet. I really do enjoy this. So yeah, for the weeks that are yoga, I suspect that maybe a 90-minute session could be a good thing. And then from here, let's unwind, uncross the legs, and reset the spine right down the middle. You can hug yourself, your legs in. You can even bring the legs up into dead bug pose here. Bring the arms up as well, and just allow the blood flow to reverse. Everything moving back toward the lymph nodes that are behind the knees, in the groin, making their way back to the torso for detoxifying. Same thing with the arms. Especially as the weather gets warmer, we've got a tendency to get quite more swelling in those extremities. So it's really good to make sure that we take time to detoxify. So you bring your knees back down, the arms down, legs down, feet down, and stretch them out nice and long. And again, kind of experiment here, see where it is most comfortable. If you have difficulty laying with a flat back on your mat, an option is to use blocks or pillows, cushions, and place them right behind your knees. And that just softens up, allows you to have the pelvis better aligned, especially if you're really tight in the quads, hip flexors, even in the hamstrings. So there's no pulling on the pelvis, and it's becoming much more comfortable for some individuals. Another option, as you lay here, you can close your eyes if you're all settled in. Another option is to bring the soles of the feet together and just allow
the knees to open outward, closing the eyes and letting your jaw softly relax and feeling those knees really opening up. So whichever position you choose to let your body surrender into, just take a few moments here. If you have more time, you can remain in this resting position longer, but you just really want to give yourself the opportunity to let the benefits of your practice really set into your body, your mind, your physical body, even your emotional being gains so much from your time of practice, your mental state, and they're all connected. So as you breathe easy here, maybe taking a cleansing breath and then moving to effortless breathing if you haven't already. Bring the awareness to your heart. Feel it pumping in your chest. I think it's just a very soft beat. And imagine bringing the smile to your heart. An attitude of gratitude for getting yourself on the mat. Even if you didn't do the whole thing, just taking in your heart what resonated with you today. Grateful for whatever bit of time you've given yourself. It is an investment in you, in your life. Not only do you benefit, but everyone around you does as well, as they feel that energy, that positive energy vibrating through and from you. So with a smile on your heart, smile on your face, you can start to come back to life ever so gently. Little tiny movements. As you awaken and you make your movements bigger, you can stretch and open up beautifully to lengthen out. You can keep the knees squeezed into your body to maybe make some circles with them in both directions. Either rolling through your side or through the center whenever you're ready to do that. We prepare to bring your practice to conclusion. So as we sit tall and bring the hands to the heart, take a moment here. And as we bring our practice to close, let's take a big stretch. So open up those arms, really scooping them up wide open. Bring the hands to your heart center and Namaste. Thank you for being here today. Have a wonderful weekend ahead, and I'll see you throughout the weekend and certainly for Pilates week. I'm happy you enjoyed that, Miriam. You have a great long weekend ahead, and we will see you real soon. Namaste. Bye, everyone.